Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled Heilchot Shmitah, Shir number 7, and it's working on the specific topic of Heiter Mechira. It's Shir number 3 in the Heiter Mechira series. We discussed that those who maintain that a guy's land in Israel has total the Kedusha in the fruits and one cannot work it, then there's nothing to discuss regarding Heiter Mechira. So a Jew cannot work in the land of Israel during Shmitah year. It's irrelevant of who owns it, regardless, does not make a difference. However, those who maintain that a Jew could work on a guy's land in Shmitah year, then we get into the question of Heiter Mechira. So Chazon, it's a non-starter because you cannot work on a guy's land in Israel because the bottom line is it's Israel during Shmitah. But the other Shita, Saifer Hashmitah, Rav Kook, those who maintain that you can work on a Gentile's land, then the Shaila comes up. Can you have a Heiter Mechira? And there's a raging machloket. One issue is Lo Tichanaim. That's the most glaring issue. Lo Tichanaim means it's an Issur to go ahead and give land or sell land to a guy in Eretz Israel. It's our land. Hashem gave it to the Jews. We cannot give it or sell it to anyone. The Issur from the Torah. And therefore, to go ahead and sell for Shmitah is absolutely Issur. The Netziv said it's so crazy, the idea that you're going to go ahead and sell the land, which is Issur Doraita, to try to deal with what? How to get around the Issur Drabanan of Shmitah. He says it doesn't make sense that you're going to get into a Doraita question to help yourself deal with the Drabanan. Shaila Chazon has the same idea as well. That's in addition to the fact that for him it's non-starter. He says even for those who say you could work the land, it's not going to have any positive ramifications to sell the land because you're over Lo Tichanaim. Those poskim that defended the Heiter Mechira, obviously they held that you could work the land of a guy, and they maintain that a few possibilities. One, Lo Tichanaim is not the sale per se, but rather the sale insofar as it furthers the guy's dwelling in the land of Israel. And therefore, if you have a way to sell the land which will not further his dwelling in Israel, on the contrary, you can be able to help the Jewish farmers keep their businesses intact, then that's not the Issur of Lo Tichanaim, a very, very big chidush. Normally we assume an Issur is the Issur itself and not part of a bigger picture. So it's a very big chidush, but there were big poskim that held that way. There's not the Issur of the sale per se, but the Issur is part of a bigger picture of giving them a dwelling in the land. And if that's not going to happen, and on the contrary, it will help to keep the Jews in the land permanently, then it's fine to do it. Others want to say that the Issur of Lo Tichanaim is only by an idolater, not by one who does not do Avoda Zarah. Some want to say that the Issur of Lo Tichanaim only applies to a guy that doesn't own any land in Israel already. But if he already has land in Israel, so then he has just selling him another piece of land, that will not be a problem. It's only going from no ownership to some ownership. But if he already has some ownership and then you're just giving him another piece of land, then that would not necessarily be a problem. Also a very big chiddush. Another possible heter is that if it's temporary, maybe the Lo Tichanaim Issur is only when it's a permanent sale, and not if the sale is temporary for the year. Another chiddush was introduced later on, the possibility of selling not all the land, but just a certain part of the land that's necessary for the growing process and the harvesting process. That was another chiddush that was added on as well. These are all very, very delicate halachot here. Of course, these are the giants of the last few hundred years. We're arguing this out. Every person must follow his posek regarding the halacha. If a person posek mat is Heiter Mechira, that's of course selach harav. If a person's posek asers it, then one cannot rely on the Heiter Mechira. And of course, each view should be followed like any other halacha. Shalom. We'll continue Mitzvah Hashem next time with some of the technical details of the sale, according to those who matter. Shalom.